Here's why expectations are making you miserable and you're not even realizing it. I want to tell you a story. Back when I was at uni at King's College London, I was very conditional with myself that if I get my to do list done, if I work out, revise, do everything, then I can be happy. I was like, the reason why I'm not happy is because I am not getting things done. So I was like, okay, fine. From now on, I need to hit my to do list every day and then I'll be happy. I'm like, that's the solution. One day, I get them all checked, hit all my targets, still sad. Another day goes by, still miserable. Another day goes by, still miserable. And what I realized that it wasn't working, that the issue was deeper than just getting things done. Society, especially nowadays with this hustle culture and online, I don't know, achieve your best self, and if you're not chasing your dreams then you're a failure. This narrative, it has really gotten us to put unrealistic expectation on ourselves, and it's crippling because I tried it. I hit my to-do list, everything, and still miserable. Why is that? The reason why that happens is because we try to force happiness, and it doesn't work that way. Happiness is something I've learned the very hard way. It cannot be forced. If you're like, okay, if I do X, Y, Z, and then I'll be happy, no. With that expectation, you actually make yourself more miserable, because if you don't get that dopamine hit, and if all you're pursuing is that dopamine hit, then again, it's gonna become crippling, and any good habits you have, you're gonna get discouraged. Whatever, with your fitness, with your revision, you'll lose that momentum because you're putting unrealistic expectation on yourself to be happy all the time, and happiness doesn't work that way. And what I learned was that I need to be okay with the moment. I need to be okay with boredom. I need to be okay with not being happy, and that's fine. To be okay with the moment and not necessarily have a joy and be feeling a dopamine rush every time, that is happiness. And I'll tell you why that's happiness, is because you're at peace. You're at peace. But the reason why you don't feel that peace is because your definition of happiness is that of on Instagram reel. That all you see is their happy moments. Whatever they're doing, whenever they got their camera out, you're just seeing them happy. So you have to redefine what happiness is for you. And if you make it the most important thing in your life, rather than your purpose, rather than, let's say you want to help people, whatever it is, or, rather than even finding what your purpose is, you don't necessarily have to know what your purpose is, that, God has put me on this planet to achieve X, Y, Z, right? A purpose is something that's larger than you, right? And you don't have to have found that, but being okay with not having everything figured out is what will help you achieve peace, which I think is the true form of happiness, rather than, I don't know, the dopamine rush we all are looking from, that we're trying to get from our phones, that we're trying to get from drugs, or whatever means, right? So expectations make you miserable because you are forcing something that's very biological, very psychological, and very unrealistic. To expect to be happy all the time, that's not how life works. It is ups and downs, and you have to stay. The more you try to, whenever you're sad, the more you try to resist it and fight it off, the harder it gets. And that's the whole, you look at the whole concept of meditation. You don't try to fight your thoughts. You let them come. You acknowledge them. Okay, so let's say I'm meditating. A thought comes and it's something negative about myself. Let's say I'm doubting. I'll just label it, my mind is currently doubting. Or another thought comes, you being fearful. So I can just label that thought and not make it a problem, not make it a part of my identity, not ponder over it and stress over it. Now why am I having these thoughts? It's human. It's human to have fear. It's human to even have expectations, right? So I don't want you to go now and just bully, like be mad at yourself every time you expect something. It's good to expect stuff, but to make your happiness conditional is being extremely harsh on yourself. And that is not how you lead a productive life. Because if you're beating yourself up for not having figured it all out, what's the joy in life? You're never gonna feel alright. Like, even when you achieve XYZ, like for example, I said when I get into King's College London, then I'll be happy. Guess what? I wasn't. And again, I was like, oh, this hitting my to-do list thing. If I hit my to-do list, then everything will be fine, and I'll be happy. And then I told myself, okay, maybe I need to get a first from King's College London, or a 2-1, then I'll be happy. Then I realized that throughout my whole life, my past self has been setting these conditions that, oh, once you get into university, then you will be happy. Once you get certain kind of body, then you will be happy. I've got those things now, and I'm still sad. And then the present self is telling me to chase this dream version of my future self that doesn't exist yet. And once I get that, then I'll be happy. But then I was like, what about who am I doing this for? What am I, like this I'm trying to play a game that I'll never win. Because my future self, you know what? I might not even live that long. I might be dead tomorrow. And my past self who has worked really hard to get me to this point, I'm not even appreciating him. I'm not even acknowledging my success, the little wins I've had. And who's going to help me achieve those future dreams and achievements that I'm trying to pursue? It's my current self. So why should I be mean to my current self? Why are you being mean to your current self? Why are you putting unrealistic expectations on yourself? You have to explore these questions. You have to become aware of these and ponder over these things, and maybe seek help, right? Whether that's in the form of therapy, speaking to your friend, or journaling. You don't have to go therapy, but it could be, let's say, I don't know, some of these problems could be resolved with, let's say, achieving certain targets, but make sure that's not conditional. Sometimes we do have problems that need actual solution, like practical solutions. Like, let's say, if you're struggling financially, it will be very difficult for you to be happy, if you don't have the money. But let's say your basic needs are met and you're still feeling sad and miserable, then I think it's more spiritual. It's more of a spiritual problem. It's more of a psychological problem. And I hope this video helps you realize that these unrealistic expectations that you put on yourself, they're not serving you. Make sure you treat yourself with kindness. You're not mean to yourself. You're going to learn through mistakes, right? That's the best way of learning. And be proud of yourself that you're actually trying. You're actually trying. Anyone who has done something worthwhile in life, they have tried and they have failed many times. So don't be manipulated by these extremely unrealistic expectations that are set on social media. Try to take social media with a pinch of salt. The lives you see on there are not real lives. People are pretending. They're showing their best moments. That's the game. They're trying to make money as well, right? You can't necessarily blame them for it. I wish the culture on social media was different, but it's not. But you have to protect yourself. You have to see through the facade so you don't end up miserable like I was once. So yeah, I hope this video helps. Please let me know if you have any questions, and if you want to learn about other topics where, whether they're mental health related or fitness related, I'll be making a lot of videos on that, trying to help you guys out. So please subscribe and like, and stay tuned for more content. Thank you so much. Have a good day. And again, be kind to yourself.